So recently, I came across a definition of fitness that doesn't just encompasses physical fitness, but also encompasses things like emotional, spiritual, intellectual, and social sort of fitness. So it's kind of like very holistic look at fitness. And emotions is one of those things that we're not really taught how to deal with, say, negative emotions when we are growing up. And if we did, I didn't go to that class. I didn't go to that class. This is more something that maybe you stumble upon on YouTube, or you maybe go to a mindfulness class or yoga class or something, and then they start to talk about emotions and dealing with your emotions. But generally speaking, growing up, we are not taught how to deal with negative emotions, and we tend to experience traumatic emotions when we're growing up. A lot of people think of traumatic experiences, such as like going to war, like seeing people get blown up and stuff, or like watching things like slaughterhouse footages, and yeah, those are traumatic. But a traumatic experience is just when you're simply overwhelmed by what's happening in your environment. It's just too much to process, and this could happen for the littlest things that we consider something little now, but back then it was like, oh my god, this is like the worst thing ever. Like, let's say getting lost in a busy shop or store and you don't know where your parents are. That could be very traumatic. Or going through a bad breakup, that could be seriously traumatic. Go through a bad breakup, that could be seriously traumatic. Or even I remember in school I had such a emotional, like, whenever people find out I fancied someone in school, I'd be like, you know. But at that time, you don't, you look back on it now, and you think to yourself, that's crazy. Why would I have such a intense emotional reaction over that? But at the time, it was real. It was real to you. So we don't really know how to process our emotions most of the time. And what we do, we tend to try to escape it. We tend to try to just avoid it, express it. Sometimes expressing negative emotions is not a good way to go about it. Ideally, what we should do is feel it, whatever we're going through, feel it, and then let it go. Feel it, and then let it go. And there's so many other things you can do to sort of support your emotional health. Kind of like just having a healthy, conducive lifestyle in general will be good for your emotional health. Things like exercise, things like making sure to drink enough water. Oh geez, that's huge. That's huge for your emotional health. If you want to get cranky quick, get dehydrated. Get dehydrated. Put your hands down. Things like eating a diet full of fruits, vegetables, whole grains, legumes, like a high fiber, nutrient dense food. Loads of fruit. That's going to help a lot. Things like doing your best to get enough sleep, which is something I could work on. And yeah, having a lifestyle where you're maybe going out, you're doing things you love. For me, I like to dance. I like to socialize and joke. I remember I took improv classes not so long ago, and I had a lot of fun doing that because I feel like I do that anyway. Like when I'm talking to people, just joking around, creating all these random like scenarios and stuff. So having a healthy lifestyle is going to be conducive to helping you deal with emotions. However, recently, what I've been doing to specifically target negative emotions is breathing in to it, breathing into whatever I'm experiencing, and then visually releasing it. And what inspired this technique is a video I watched from Julian. Now, I've been doing yoga for a couple of years now, and I recognize that this is something that's actually had a tremendous effect on my emotional health. And recently, from this video from Julian himself, check him out. He runs us through the 3 ways that we can deal with the negative emotions, and I'm going to do that with you now. Because at some point you're going to have to take the information you learn and pass it on, pass the torch. So the first one is becoming aware of whatever it is you're feeling. So identify where it is in the body. Like for me, most of the time whenever I'm feeling negative emotions or uneasiness or unsettledness, it's in my chest area and in my stomach area. I feel like almost like on still waters. You're like, a bit of tension there. So the second step is to breathe into it and just sit with it and feel whatever it is you're experiencing. And a lot of the times we try to do this with our minds. We try to get rid of emotions with our minds. However, there are some situations where you can't think your way out of it. So what we need to do is use the breath to breathe into it. And a good visualization is to imagine your nose is where your chest or the stomach or wherever that unsettled feeling is. And in the count of 6, and you can do this along with me, you'll breathe in for 6, hold for 3, and then breathe out for 6. So let's get ready. So breathing in for 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then you hold for 3. 1, 2, 3. And then you release for 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then hold for 3. 1, 2, 3. And then you breathe as normal. And I remember whenever I did this, if you're doing this right now, you should start to feel a little bit better. And the first time I did this, I felt like, okay, that felt good. That felt really good. And you can do this again, and it will help. And the more you do it, it will the better it will feel. And what we're doing now is we're actually just sitting with our emotions. We're not trying to run away with it. We're just sitting with it. And that will enable us to go on to the final stage in dealing with this is after we've sat with it, after we felt whatever emotion we're feeling, not try to run away from it or avoid it. We feel it. The next stage is to let it go. Let it go. And the best way to do this is the same as the first step in breathing in. But what we're going to do now is as we're breathing in, we're going to visualize this feeling of uneasiness move up the body to the head area, to the mouth. And then as we are releasing on 6, imagine it floating out of us. Okay? Good visualization is to imagine a dragon's breath. So all the heat is here in the chest and the stomach area, all the tension. And as you breathe it in, it's rising up. And then as you exhale, you're releasing it. So if you're ready, we'll do that. So breathing in to 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now imagine that rising up to the head area. Hold for 3. 1, 2, 3. And now release for 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then hold for 3. 1, 2, 3. And now breathe as normal. And what you will notice is you actually start to feel a lot better. Whenever I did this, I started to feel so much better, so much better. And if that helped you, do it again. Do that same sequence again. You know what? Do it as many times as you feel necessary in relation to dealing with whatever you're going through, because some people may need to do it longer than others, and be wary, because sometimes this may unlock more emotions that you've been burying down. However, if that's made you feel better, then you know now, you've proven to yourself that there is a method in which you can actually deal with your emotions, you sit with your emotions, feel them, and then let them go. And there's a quote that says, be kind because everybody you meet is going through something. So, if something like this is of value to you, then share it. Share it with someone who could benefit from this message, because, like I said, we don't really get taught how to deal with our emotions growing up, and it's a holistic. The thing that I want to put forward is that it's a holistic way, or a holistic solution to dealing with your emotions. That it's not just the breath work that I'm doing here. It's surrounding yourself with good people, eating well, exercising, doing things like yoga. But the more tools we have, the easier it is to be able to deal with these emotions as they arise. So thank you very much. I felt like I had to share that, and because it's helped me, and if I want to see the world a happier, healthier place, then I have to share information that has been of value to me. So thank you very much for watching. As always, peace, love, veganism. Like and subscribe. Have a great day.